Good day, viewers. Welcome to IClass. Welcome to IClass Biz Manager and IClass Retail POS Software demonstration. Today, I'm going to show you how IClass Biz Manager and IClass Retail POS can work hand in hand to manage supermarket effectively. So, during this video, with the setup we have back office, which is the back end, where all your accountants, your inventory, storeman, everybody, we have their system. You have our Biz Manager installed at the back end. The front end, you will have, in the front end, you are going to have our retail POS that the cashier is going to use. So I'm going to be showing you the interface of these two software. So I welcome you once again to this demonstration. So at the end of this demonstration, if you still want our physical demonstration, you have to call us on phone or send us a mail or WhatsApp message. So let's start by launching the two applications and see how the interface look like. Like I said, the backend is called IClass Biz Manager. So this is it, IClass Biz Manager. You double click on it, a prompt message will come, or just click on yes. So when it's coming up like this, it's loading the setting from the database. You allow it to come up, then you put in the password of the administrator. It's showing administrator because this is the last person that logins on this system. The person login with an administrative password. So the last person that login will see his username display, but the password will be blank. So it's expecting you to put in the password to validate the login. So I'm going to put the password. So this is the backend. On this backend, you have a small dashboard here that show all the numbers of branches created to this software and their sales. As they are making sales, you are seeing it on the dashboard here. As you can see it now, we have only Ikeja outlet set up for this demo, and the sales is 0. So that is the backend. So let's look at the front end. The front end is called IClass Retail POS Advanced. So when you click on it, click on yes as well. You allow it to come up. So presently you can see the only user setup was the built-in administrator. So now at this page, this first page, you see as many cashier or many users that are supposed to be using this software setup. So what the user just needs to do is to click on their name and put in their password. This is a blank setup, no any item yet. I only have 2 groups, drinks and toiletries. Under the drink, I have alcoholic wine, water and soft drink. Then under toiletries, I have insecticides, diapers, pampers, air freshener, liquid, and a lot, liquid soap and hand sanitizer, detergent, others. Now we are starting from the back end because the back end control the front end. This software, the amazing things about this software is that if you have 10 branches or as many branches as possible, with the manager you can be able to see all the sales in different outlets. Take for example, in Lagos you have 2 outlets, maybe one on mainland, one on island. Then in Lagos you have 2 outlets, one in mainland, one in island. So what I'm trying to explain is that if you have 2 different outlets, one in mainland, one in island, maybe Victoria Island for example, or Lekki or Aja, then you have in Abuja, you have in Port Harcourt, you have in Kano, you have in Kaduna. As they are making sales in these different locations, the back end is going to be showing you their total sales. Their total sales come here automatically without any delay. once there is internet in those outlets. So what you just need is an internet in those outlets. Then also for this front, what do you need? You need a POS receipt printer. Let's look at the diagram I show you in the beginning of this tutorial. You can see we need POS receipt printer 80 mm. You need scanner. You need scanner to scan the item, then pull display to show the price to the customer, and everything that you think you can add. So now we want to start by creating a user. Now I need a user. I'll create user. Click on new. Let's use Felix for example. I'll have Felix dot my surname then Felix, my password, my full name Felix Fache. Then the phone number also is needed. Now I've created some group here. I have cashier accountant. I'm placing this person's name on that cashier. So what I mean by other cashier, when you look at the permission set up for this group will only appear for this. You can see only the one tick. The one tick are the permission given. Now where do I created this group? Under the same user again, you have user group. You can see this is the cashier group I created. You can see the permission given to the cashier are the only one tick. When I select accountant, you see the permission ticked are for the accountant. So you can set up various groups and give them their common access rights. Now we've set up the user. The next thing we are going to demonstrate now is the item creation. Now in this software we have item category, that is classification of item. We have two levels. For example, let me bring out drinks out. The major group name is drink. The item families name are alcoholic, wine, water, and soft drink. So you can see, because this backend is an accounting package, when you create a group, it's expecting you to define the sales accounts that those items belong to that group will be reporting to. Their cost of sales, where it will be reporting to. This is the cost of goods sold. Then their inventory as well. So you need to set up this. But if you know that you don't have accountant in your organization, the software comes with a predefined account, chart of accounts. So you just use that one. When you come to account here, you come to chart of account. So these are all the accounts that's predefined on the software. Now, showing you how the group has been set up, the next thing we want to do now is item creation. We are going to register some of the items. So we click on new. Because we are dealing with supermarket, most of the items may likely to have barcode. So I'm scanning one product here. The product name is Lipton drink. Lipton pet. Then you look at that item name. Does it have a milligram? So it's 45 cl. You put 45 cl. Now select the group it belongs to. Group is very important because that is where the package will know which accounts that this particular item will be reporting to. Then item family is soft drink. Now what is the cost of this thing? The cost is 70 naira. I may say I want to add 50% markup to it. If it is 50% markup, it will be 100 naira. Approximately is 100 naira. For example, If it is 100, the markup is 50. So what I'm trying to show you here is that if you have a percentage markup, the system can determine your selling price. But if you don't want to use markup, you can just remove the markup. You set up your price directly. So you save this item. This item has been saved successfully. Then let's create more. Let's create like 3 additional more. We click new. Then the barcode as well. The description of this item is an insecticide. Is Rambo. Insect killer. The item group is toiletries. The item family is insecticide. The cost price is 400, while my selling price is 50% markup 600. So I'll save it. Then click on new again. I have another item here. Sorry, my mouse is not on the barcode section. So I've scanned this item as well. I select the group again, toiletry. The description is Swiss air fresher. Swiss air fresher. The item family is air fresher. Then I have cost price of 400 to selling price of 500. I'll save it. So let me just add one more before we start dealing with this. Let me just add one more. So I'll click on my new again to start another registration. You scan it. This one is wow. Detergent. Then select the item group, toiletries, item family, detergent. This one is cost price of 100, selling for 180. So now, as you have seen, the item that doesn't have barcode, when you want to register them, just click on new without barcode. Leave the barcode empty. Just put the description, maybe popcorn, or let's just cook pet 100 cl. Coke pet 100 cl. Then the group is drink. Item family is soft drink. The cost price of 80, sell for 140. So you can see the system generates the barcode. So that is it. And this software, you can use it to print barcodes. You can see you can print barcodes at any time from the software. Now, not only creation, you can also import item. Under this item, you can see import items. You can get the template here to see how the template is going to look like in Excel. So you have to arrange your item based on this template. You arrange your item based on this template and you import it in by browsing to the location where the Excel file is, and it will show the item and bring it in with the accept cost price and selling price. So having looking at the item importation, so as we are creating all these items, if we click here, you see all the items we created. It's very quick. So you have all of them there here, and you are seeing them at quantities of 0. Now, if you go back to the, let me log out here. If I log out here, now let's come here. We want to do a view the stock of this item. If you come to inventory, stock balance report, and say across the warehouse, you see it's 0. All this item has no stock. So to purchase a stocking, you need to set up your supplier name. You can have it supplier, click on new. What is my supplier name? A and B drink. A and B mat is my supplier name. If I have the address and contact person, other information, you save it. Now I'm setting up my supplier. I'm setting up my supplier. Now the next thing is to raise a purchase voucher. You click on purchase, then you click on a purchase voucher. When the purchase voucher comes out like this, you click on new, choose the supplier name, then you can scan the item you are getting from your supplier. For example, as I scan this is Lipton. How many quantity? I'm getting 100. Then let's assume I get all the items that I've registered through this supplier. So scan the next one. So this is the work of inventory manager or inventory man to be capturing the item purchase within a specific period of time, so that the stock history can be updated. Now that we have set up all the items, it now depends. Are you paying the total money is 60,000? Are you paying everything to this supplier? If you are not paying everything, just add a little payment to it, saying okay, payment, part payment. Is it cash or bank? It depends. How do you want to pay this? You are paying through cash. Is it cash at hand? If it is cash at hand, just leave it at cash at hand. You save it. That okay, how much am I paying? Let's just pay 40 and see our report, our supplier statement. Then we post it. At every transaction you post in this software, you have a journal transaction. This is what happened on the account. You can see that some accounts were credited, some accounts were debited. Then at the end of the day, you have your total debit and total credit equal. So the same thing, you can print it and put it in the file of that particular supplier. Look at it. This is all the item purchase, the amount paid. So now let's move forward. Let's check the supplier statement. Under other reports, we have supplier statements. Let's pick that supplier AB and generate. So we are having 4060. So we are owing this supplier 20. Now in the nearest in another day, if you want to pay again, you come to purchase, you come to purchase payment. When you click on purchase payment, click on new, pick the supplier name AB. Now how much do you want to pay? You want to pay 10,000 naira out of it. It's already ticked because that is the only transaction. If you have a lot of transactions pending to be paid, you can tick the one you want to pay there. Now this time around, we are doing bank transfer. You transfer from which bank? We are transferring from Eco Bank. Do you understand? Then you save it. Now the same way, you still have your journal transaction to see your debit and credit. Then when you print, this is the payment voucher. If you go back to the supplier statement, you can see, let me bold it, you can see that total of 50 has been paid, still showing you are owing this 10. And the same way, you also have pending payments. Is a report showing how much you are owing every supplier. So this report saying AB Minimat, you purchase something of 60, you pay 50, remain 10. So as you have them, you have it listed. So I hope, and when you go back to your store balance, you have all the store that we have captured. We have the Lipton's 100, we have the Rainbow 50, we have the Swift 50, we have Wow 50. So I could not snap the snipers, and this one are not available now. But in the front, this is a main warehouse. One beautiful thing about this software is that you can manage as many warehouses. This is where to create warehouses. You can see you have main warehouses and Ikeja warehouses. The front is working on Ikeja warehouses. Now this is the name I created the other time. If I come here, Felix, I put in the password. By the time you click here, you are still seeing 0000000. That means this warehouse, there is no stock there. What we need to do, let's do the stock transfer from the back end to the front. We'll come here and say inventory, stock, stock transfer, single transfer. We click on new. Then this is the source warehouse from main warehouse to destination warehouse, Ikeja warehouse. Now what are the items? We scan the item again. Here we are transferring 20. We'll add it. Here we are transferring 15. We'll add it. We are transferring 50 here. Then we are transferring 20. Now after we have set up all the items for transfer, we will hit on save, saying, are you sure you want to transfer the item to Ikeja warehouse? So we can print this one and give it to the driver that wanted to go and deliver the item to them at that warehouse, to show that this is the item they are receiving. So after we have transferred this, you can see that automatically it's sitting here. We can see all the items here now, that they are now updated with the stock, except the one of Coke Pet. So the next thing we are going to do here, now that you have seen it, The next thing is to begin to make sales. Let's see how we can make sales. Here we just scan. The item is there. If I scan the second time, the quantity will increase to 2. If I pick another one and scan, if I scan the second one, it becomes 2 quantity. That's why the cashier has to be careful when he's scanning, so that it doesn't scan the item twice. Now we've scanned. Let's assume that there are some items that doesn't have barcodes. You can just pick them from here. You can pick them from here. It said this item is out of stock because it's at 0 level. So you can pick from there. Here is for the purpose of the touchscreen. If I click on drink, I hit soft drink, I have all the item under soft drink. If I click toiletry and I hit insecticide, I have this. And if I click air fresher, I have this. If I, as many you have them on this table, as many of them you will see them on that table. So now when the cashier scan, you click on pay. Now here you have various mode of payment: cash, bank, POS, bank deposit, GT-POS, Fidelity POS. So the essence of classifying POS based on the bank is to be able to track. We have GTB POS, Fidelity POS. I'll select GTB POS and post it that the person pay with POS. So the receipt is supposed to come out from the printer, but because we are I'm using virtual printer for you to be able to see the output, I will save the virtual receipt. I will call it receipt 1. I will save it. So that sales has gone, and that will open the cash drawer for the cashier to put in the money if it is cash. Now let's go ahead again. Let's assume I want to do multiple payments. Some customer can come in. That is to change quantity. Just press 5 and click enter. That is 5 quantity. Then again, Swiss, I'm changing to 2. I click enter. Now let's proceed to the payment. Let's assume that this customer comes in and have only 750 as cash, and the remaining 1000 he want to pay it through Fidelity POS. What the cashier will do is that the one of cash, he will type it first, that is 750. Then the second one is still suggesting maybe his cash is 1000. You change this cash to Fidelity POS. Then you click on post. Then you have receipt 02. So we have saved all the receipt. Let's look at how the output of our receipt is going to look like. I save it inside my document, and there is a folder called rest. So the receipt 1, you can see the name, the cashier name will be showing here. You see the total of this, and you have this. Okay, this 02 also, you can see the breakdown. We have the cash of 750, we have Fidelity POS of 100. Now we can proceed as well by looking at the sales report for today from the back end. If I come to home here, I've told you that this, you'll be seeing the sales automatically. It's telling me that this outlet has made a sales of this. If I click on it, you have the breakdown that the total cash he has collected today is 750. The GTB POS is this, the Fidelity POS is this. The same way you have it here, you also have a lot of sales report to play with. If I click on this sales report, you see what it displays as well. So every report, you have a lot of sales reports, a lot of various sales reports. This is another one. This is another one. All of them must still correspond to the same figure. So you have item sold report telling you that okay, you have 7 quantity sold today. The same way you have this, your account report, as everything is happening, is reporting to the account. So when you come to your profit loss statement, let's assume I want to view profit or loss analysis report. If I click on generate, oh sorry, some setups are missing here that have not been done. So I'll pause this video, do it, and continue with that. Okay, welcome back. Now let's look at our profit and loss on the transaction that we have posted. Under the account report, you see you have trial balance. The first thing is to check your trial balance. Is your trial balance even balance for today? You can see that your total debit is equal to your total credit. That means your trial balance is correct for today. Now we go ahead again and check our profit and loss. Under the account report, come to profit or loss statement, then look for profit or loss analysis, then you can generate it. So you can see drink sales, we have this figure for it. Toiletry, we have this figure for it. Then cost of the goods is this. Of all the goods we are seeing there is this. Your gross profit is this. Your operating profit is this. Because there is no operating expenses, other expenses were not there. So let's just post in one particular expenses in to see how the expenses affect your profit and loss. To know that this software can handle your daily expenses, you come to accounts. Because it has not been set up, we need to set up expense call center. The call center are the expense heads. So we click on new. The first thing we say generator fuel. Generator fuel. Then the accounts will create an expense account for that. You can say generator fuel expenses. You have operating expenses, sales and marketing, then income statement, because this account belongs to income statement. Let's assume that you want to change the account number. You can change it, but the system generates the next account number on that group. So we select that generator fuel expenses, then we save it. Now the next thing, we generate another one again called transport. Now let's say transport. We have, let's check, it seems like a transportation here as an expenses, so we associate it. If you don't know accounts, the system is suggesting miscellaneous expenses as a default account. You can be using it. That means all your expenses will be grouped under this account. But if you know account and you split it, that means your figure go into the various accounts you have set up. So now let's post the expense. We'll click on expense posting, click on new, choose the cash or bank. Normally it's always a petty cash. You select a petty cash. Now the petty cash is showing 0. That means you don't have money there. Let me see the sales at hand, which is cash at hand. Even cash at hand is also already negative because we use it to meet payments the other time. So what we are going to do now is, let's just use our GTB. GTB is having 2,180. So we click on the branch head office is making the expenses. Now what is the expense description? The description is transportation, transport of goods from head office to Ikeja. Amounts 200. What is the cost centers of these expenses? Transport. Which staff is responsible for the payment? Share. We add it. Then is there any other expenses again? So we say fuel, lien of generator, 3 liters, 450. Generator fuel. Staff, if there is no staff that was responsible for that, just add it. It's not compulsory. So but the essence of putting staff is to know the staff they give the money to go and spend it. So we click on yes. The expense is posted. The same way you have journal transaction, you also have it here. Now if we generate our profit and loss again, you can see this is your sales. Total sales is this. The cost of the good is this. The gross profit is this. Now operating expenses, transportation we are having 200. Generator fuel expenses is 450. Total expenses is 650. If you remove this 650 from 1130, it's left with operating profit of 480. The other expenses, if there is any other expenses, it will deduct it from it, but for now it has no other expenses. If we set up a company tax, we will have a company tax out of this in front of this figure. So that is the way the software show you the profit and loss statement. Then your trial balance is also there. You have your balance sheet is there, but because we have not set up this account, we won't have a good balance sheet. You can see, so everything is not going to be right for now. We have your current asset, current liability. The fixed asset has not been set up. Everything is still there. So that is how far we can go with this demonstration. But before we end this demonstration, I want to show you that this software can solve your sales management, can solve your inventory management, can solve your accounting management. So it's a full package. And even if you have items that doesn't have a barcode, you can generate barcode from our software by printing the barcode here. There is a printer for printing the barcode. Everything has been programmed into the software. So if you have any further question, or you need a physical demo or online, then we can connect with you and show you the physical demos. But the same thing we are going to show you is still what we have recorded in this video. Thank you for watching. For more information about us, you want to ask any information, just call this number. Call this number, you will directly reach me, then we can set up a date with you. Thank you.